Ladies and gentlemen, here is the part nobody expected. The most contested door in Southern Africa tonight isn't a courthouse or a state house. It's the stainless steel door of a mortuary fridge. The Zambian government showed up with official letters and serious faces asking to inspect and view Edgar Lungu's remains. Pathologists, embalmers, all the scientific bells and whistles. And Two Mountains Burial Services basically said that door doesn't open without a written consent or a court order. No drama, just a cold professional no. Now, watch how the chessboard shifts. On one side, the state says a former president is a matter of national protocol. Identity, condition, chain of custody, prepare the ceremonial script. On the other side, the family says dignity, privacy, contract law. The funeral home bound to the client, not to microphones. And somewhere between all those folders and stamps, time is quietly passing because embalming is preservation, not forever. Everyone knows that. No one wants to say it on camera. Pause a moment and feel the tension. When does public interest cross the mortuary threshold? And when does private dignity draw the line? There is already a judgment in the background about what should happen to the body next. You know the one. But even with that, nobody's marching anywhere tonight because without consent or a judge's signature, the courtroom stays cold and the door stays shut. Ladies and gentlemen, where do you stand in this Lungu case? Type inspect or respect. Drop it in the comments. If you think a neutral, tightly controlled expert check would end the rumor economy, type inspect. If you believe dignity and confidentiality must rule until the last minute, type respect. Let's see where the public conscience lands. Here's what we can say without spilling every line from the letters. The government asked for access, comprehensive, immediate. The family reminded everyone who holds the legal keys. The funeral home reiterated its mandate. And yes, there is a certain sentence tagged neatly in the paperwork that flips the balance of power in a way most people are not ready for. No, we are not reading it here, not because it's a secret, but because context matters. And context is exactly what gets lost when people cherry pick phrases for a 20-second clip. And that is why this story has become bigger than a burial plan. It's now a test of whether process can remain intact when grief, protocol, and political theater collide in a room with no cameras. It's also a test of patience. Who blinks first? The state, by going back to court for narrowly tailored inspection powers? The family, by permitting a discreet sealed report to end the whispers? Or does the clock force everyone's hand? Well, we'll leave you with this. There's a difference between knowing and proving. A country can know 1,000 things from press conferences. A court will prove them with chain of custody, signatures, and seals. Between those two worlds, that's where this story is actually being decided. If you want the full story, the legal hooks, the timeline pressure points, and why the next move matters more than the last one, watch the latest episode on the Zambian File channel and let the dots connect themselves. The link is in the description below. This is Zimwaves TV. If you want coverage that cuts through the noise and respects the dignity at stake, smash subscribe, ring the bell, and share this with someone who still thinks mortuaries are just quiet places. The next move is coming. Be here when it lands.